Go Island is brought to you by German Auto Import Network.
Begin at the beginning, the king said very gravely, and then keep going until you come to the end, then stop. I think that little rabbit knows the way to the end. Let's follow him. On today's show, the boys attempt to beat the clock. It's a new edition of our popular series. And does Melanie have what it takes to entertain the elderly? That and more in the next 30 minutes. Well, you see, I really can't explain myself today, ma'am, because as you can see, I'm actually not quite myself today. Things here are just so mad, and it's going to be the maddest and most fun tea party you've ever had. These characters will tell you more about it later today on Go Island, but we're late. At least I hope Derek and Todd are late in this next edition of Clocked. And time's up, boys. You probably felt like you'd fallen down the rabbit hole trying to find the clue out there somewhere. I will admit it was a little bit vague, not a lot to go on, but you were getting pretty cocky with all those wins, and we had to put that to a stop. You're watching Go Island on Shaw TV Channel 4. Things are getting a little nutty here because we're preparing for a tea party.
We're all mad.
We're all mad, and I'm fitting right in. I'm loving every moment. You can't have a tea party without tea.
It's the silliest tea party you'll ever go to.
Now, it's a tea party that's coming up on October the 27th. We're going to talk more details about that. About that later on. But first, the story, Alice in Wonderland, is more than 100 years old. It experienced a surgence in popularity with the movie by Tim Burton starring Johnny Depp. What is it that you think people like so much about the story of Alice in Wonderland? Have some tea.
Thank you. I think it's loaded with parables. Parables that are bizarre and still ring true after all these years.
There's a quote here. There's lots of quotes. Maybe that's one of the things that people like so much. Either it brings tears to their eyes, or else...
Or else what?
Said Alice, for the night had made a sudden pause. Or else it doesn't, you know? How true is that?
It's true. And there's another one, if you don't know where you're going, you can take any road there.
And then it really doesn't matter, does it? There's another one, I can't be myself today. Or how does that work? Because I'm not the same person I was yesterday.
I'm afraid I can't explain myself, ma'am, because I'm not myself, you see.
We haven't introduced who this actually is. This is Holly Bright with the Crimson Coast Dance Society. The event is coming up on October the 27th, and there's been a date change. Originally, there's a little cup of tea for you, darling. Costumes are certainly part of the attraction to Alice in Wonderland.
You can come if you're wearing a hat, or if you're under a mile high.
Okay, under a mile high. Is that before or after you've taken that little pill that makes you bigger or smaller?
Oh, that would be the vial.
The vial. And that makes you small and then large, doesn't it? Oh, thank you. Tea?
Thank you.
Thank you. Maybe I'll have that one. Okay. Oh, thank you. Here.
Okay.
All right. We're going to talk some serious details about the upcoming Mad Hatter Tea Party. It's a fundraiser for Crimson Coast Dance Society, October 27th. We'll give you more details about that later. It's getting a little bit too mad here at the moment, so we're going to take a short break. Tea, darling. Thank you. Cheers. Still to come today on Go, the madness continues with Crimson Coast Dance, Crime Stoppers tackles vehicle theft, and higher learning with Melanie Panetta. That and more still to come today on Go.
Mushrooms, poppies, sugar and spice. All these things are very nice. But when combined, the proper mixture makes a getting tall elixir.
And it's actually working. Let's hope this next installment of Crime Stoppers works as well. Do you know what the Queen of Hearts would do with the criminals out there? Off with their heads! You're watching Go Island on Shaw TV Channel 4. Things are quite mad. There's a big Mad Hatter Tea Party coming up. And I'm a bit confused. Is it October 6th or is it October 27th?
Well, that's the great puzzle. It's October 27th, and how puzzling all these changes are, I'm never sure what's going on from one moment to another. The date has been changed. There were far too many people who were too late for that date. So now, rather than October 6th, it's October 27th.
And we're being super, super goofy and having way too much fun, but it is quite serious and absolutely for real. There is a Mad Hatter Tea Party coming to the Grand Hotel on October the 27th. And what kind of things can we see at the tea party?
Well, there will be an impossible silent auction, a fantastical cakewalk and auction, a fabulous fashion show, and whimsical entertainment. Curiouser and curiouser.
I'm experiencing the magic of Lewis Carroll's Alice in Wonderland firsthand, because while we're doing all this silly, silly stuff, darling, it's getting quite literally mad, because it's kind of representational of what goes on behind the scenes many times. And I know, Holly, you're so
Event
busy.
planning, it's so fun.
and we'll drive you
It's
absolutely
a bit
mad.
and it's so fun.
This is the second time Crimson Coast has hosted a Mad Hatter Tea Party. It's for anyone who's under a mile high. And it's important, though. I mean, we have a lot of fun, but we're trying to raise money, right?
We're raising funds for our Body Talk project, which is our youth mentorship program. They have career exploration opportunities in the performing arts, and we require your support.
It's going to be
Queen is waiting.
really crazy, and you know what happens if you disappoint the Queen? We'll go right off with your head, darling. Off with your head. We'll be back with more after a short break. Yes, please. You are watching Go Island on Shaw TV Channel 4, and we're having a ton of fun preparing for the second annual Mad Hatter Tea Party. It's a fundraiser for Crimson Coast Dance Society, taking place on October the 27th right here at the Grand Hotel. We're out in their garden now, which is absolutely beautiful, but come tea party time, the festivities will be moving inside. You can get your tickets in advance, crimsoncoastdance.org. We're going to throw things over now to a magical woman in her own right. She lives in a fantastical world, hired learning. Yes, that's it, said the Hatter with a sigh. Anytime is tea time, and the best time to have tea in the most fantastical way is October the 27th right here at the Grand Hotel. It's the Crimson Coast Dance Society's Mad Hatter Tea Party. You can get tickets through their website, and for now, I do believe that we're out of time, and it's time to say goodbye.
Go Island is brought to you by German Auto Import Network. Clothing supplied by Catwalk Fashions. Kate's Hair and Aesthetics provided by Maffeo Salon.